to supporting this project. I think it would be right if everyone give yourself a big clap, a big round of applause for everyone. For our district assemblies who have really played a very critical role in this project. Our women and youth, our various CSOs who are part of this project. Now, before I go in, it's important to express why we're doing this. We're enhancing a social contract. I guess a lot of you have had social contract these days. Social contract. That means a certain partnership between one group and the other. In this case, it's a social contract between the Northeast RCC, the various assemblies in Northeast, from Yuntoo-Nasuan the contract they have as assemblies on one side, and the contract with you, the citizens, including our chiefs, our religious leaders, our youth groups, and women groups. That is the social contract we are talking about. Assemblies are not there for the sake of being there. They are there because of you. So they provide a certain service to you. Anytime they go for meetings, they don't go and talk about anybody. Assemblies don't talk about themselves, they talk about you. If you are not there, they are not there. So that is how the contract operates between them and you. Importantly, assemblies have one function that is being put on the front burner now. Their local economic development is on the front burner of almost every assembly now. So how they work with you to actualize that part of the contract is most important. Then there's also another part of the work on social cohesion. And social cohesion has become very, very important in the light of Ghana's unique situation. And I wish I had the map of Ghana. Okay, so there's a big map here where we see. I think the map is at the back there, the big map that was right there. The northeast, the upper east, upper west. Now, the unique thing about Ghana's position is that Ghana sits in a corridor where there are different actors. Okay? So, on top of Ghana is Burkina Faso. Left, right, we have Cote d'Ivoire, we have Togo. Each of these countries have their own unique set of challenges, just as Ghana. So when you sit in a corridor where the countries have their different challenges, including issues of violent extremism, then how you position yourself is very, very important. Now, one of the ways violent extremists operate is that they exploit the conflict that already exists among the people. So how we deal with the conflict among ourselves is important, because if we don't do it now, when they come, they will get something to work on. So addressing social cohesion involves how we address internal conflicts and also build resilience against spillover of conflicts or violent extremism from outside our jurisdiction. So that's why we are addressing social cohesion. As I indicated, the key objective of this project, which is a 24-month project, has been one, being implemented in the 3 regions, Upper East, Upper West, Northeast. The other regions, we have other interventions, but even in these regions, we have also other interventions addressing violent extremism, among others. Yesterday, I was in the Undp district, working on giving seeds to women who are farmers. My colleagues are in the Savannah region doing similar stuff. We do all of this because for us, At the end of the day, we know that without peace and security, there is no way any economic or any investor will pack its things and come and set up. So we're investing in your peace and security, we're investing in your early warning mechanisms, we're investing in boosting the capacities of traditional and religious leaders to promote peace and social cohesion, so that all of you can then get the dividends in economic resilience and livelihoods. We understand very well that a hungry man is an angry man. And we also know that when you're economically empowered, it's busy, you have less time for conflict. So that is why we have started work that addresses the two sides, so that you address your understanding of conflict and how to resolve it, but also your economic capital so that you can address it. As part of this work, we have already given support to a lot of women and youth to engage in economic activities, dry season farming, different support to women village and savings associations, so that you can do better. So mainly, we're empowering local government institutions and customary governance practice to ensure inclusive governance, economic development, and service quality. A lot of this is being done by our colleagues from UNFPA. So if UNFPA is working with through the RCC, this is part of this project. And just yesterday, today they are in Garu. They are launching equipment for quality service delivery. Again, we're enabling functional spaces for dialogue and mediation for conflict prevention. Now, Ms. Aola is not here, but the peace councils in your region and the local peace committees that we have created, including the ones in Bunkpurugu and those in Chereponi, that is what we are doing there. We're building spaces for dialogue and mediation. Again, we're enhancing the resilience and agency of women for their full and meaningful participation, contribute to local governance. And this work, a lot of it is being done by CDD government. CDD has been to the communities to build capacity of assembly members a lot, especially from the districts where we are operating. The last time I was in one area, it's really within the Bunkpurugu area. Midday. Yes, the training took place in Midday. And then we took also one to Yuntoo. So I know the work is taking place. I've been going there. So if you are not part, tell me that maybe they are not doing the work. But I've been there. And the last part is to foster positive collaboration among state and non-state actors and security agencies to facilitate early response and preparedness to prevent conflict. This aspect of the work is being handled mainly by West African Network for Peace Building, UNFPA. The UNFPA comes to your communities, they come to your districts, they are getting security agencies to interface with young people, interface with women, interface with assembly. Is part of this whole work. The whole idea is to create an ecosystem where there will be peace, there will be economic growth, and there will be harmony. That is why we are doing this work that enhances the social contract and social cohesion with women and youth at the center. So far, in terms of the interventions, I've indicated that we have enhanced the social capacity of local government authorities. You've done a lot of that. NDPC has already been in your districts and your regions to help you mainstream investment capacities. And that they will present here right after this presentation. It's important to understand that for somebody to get up, take his capital from Tamale, from Bolga, from Accra, even from Burkina and elsewhere, to come to Northeast, they will have to be assured that they know what is in Northeast. It requires a market intelligence. We need to understand what options are there. What returns am I getting? If I put my money 5 there, am I going to get 15? Am I going to get 20? That important information has to be there. And through the NDPC, we are mainstreaming some of these in your plans. We know you guys are designing plans currently. If they are not there, please make sure they are there. importantly, NDPC tells us they will be vetting a lot of your plans on these indicators. So please don't take it for granted that it's just for this project. This is going to be capitalized to all the streets in Ghana. So please take it very seriously. So far, we have over 800 women and youth have been empowered through targeted skills training and assets management, and in the case of Northeast, HOLIDO have been doing a lot of that. And thank you to HOLIDO for this support, and we are happy to see a lot of these women and youth here. Please help these women to move their goods beyond the small corners they operate. When they aggregate what they are doing, that is where they are scalable. It's important. As they started, we help them to move. So we've done also community peace committees. I spoke about them. Supported the establishment and organization of community peace committees and trained over 400 community peace volunteers. Yes, this is a very remarkable achievement for us. This is based on community peace committees. There are a lot of actors in the space, and we are happy to support them to ensure that these committees grow and that they live in the communities, they grow in the communities, and then they become the eyes and the nose of all the actors to ensure that always there is peace. The social accountability and PLN, establishing PLN platforms and district level support networks to engage women and youth in local governments. What we're doing with CDD and UNFPA is to ensure that there are platforms at the district level for networking, for citizens to hold the assembly to account. Social accountability is important. As I said, assembly is there on condition that you are there. If the people are not in that district, no assembly will go there. So it's important. That's how they've been trained. The assembly and all the officials here, they have been trained to receive you, to help you, to understand what they are doing, and to work with you. But if you don't go there and you stay in your villages and say that they are doing their work, then there will be nothing to report. On the other hand, when they come, please, assembly members, have time for them. Coordinators, please have time for them. Designate people within your public relations space to deal with these community people so that their concerns are addressed. Together, we shall be able to achieve our key goals. For this forum, as we have been speaking about here, promote inclusive economic growth and investment, fostering collaboration between local government and private sector. A lot of private sector sits out there. Earlier, Nilo mentioned the point about how many times it takes for one person to register a business. Today, one will come with business permit. The next day, land rent. The next day, FG. The next day, children rent. Whatever. They can get anything for you. They will run away. Any businessman, when he sees too many visits of this sort, will run away. Your idea is to help them to do better and not to stifle them. I can tell you, through our work on MSMEs, we know that MSMEs, lifeline in Ghana, maximum 3 years, they are gone. Because the moment they begin to do well and scale, all the laws and bylaws that are in people's ranks, they will bring all of them out. And they put it on your head. Then they pack their bags and also go. So help them help you. Providing a platform for digital assembly to showcase investment, yes, to private sector and civil society. Today, we are going to present your work to the private sector to tell them where the opportunities are. The financial institutions are here. They will be here tomorrow as well. There are different other private sector actors who are going to be here throughout these conversations so that we look at the opportunities you are presenting and to promote the economic potential to attract investment. So mainly, these are what we are presenting about. We expect that there will be strengthening partnership between local governments and private sector actors, but there will be increased visibility. The media are active in this place because for Northeast, promote and increase visibility on the opportunities that you have. There will be an outcome document from this program which will be circulated, which will tell the opportunities that Northeast has. Fortunately for you, there are big rivers very close by you, and those are investable areas as well. Rivers are not there for fun. They are there for irrigation, they are there for so many other things. And you should be piping these as opportunities. I am told that you have a lot of elephants visiting your districts. Right? Now, across the world, people travel to go and see elephants. In Ghana, we run away from them. It's time we look at them as an economic capital moving in a direction. So look at the whole ecosystem. What are we getting out of them? They will visit you every year. They will eat a few crops. But if you can time when they are coming, make sure they are crops. People also come and see. You also collect the money. It's money you are looking for here. So let's now think outside the box and see how we do it. And also momentum to sustainable livelihoods and peaceful communities through economic connection. So maybe that is what we expect to get out of here. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
A bigger round of applause for Dr. Edwards. Thank you very much, Doc. Before we zoom into any questions and maybe things that are bothering your mind, you want clarity, we want a quick interpretation of his presentation. If our interpreter was able to take down some few notes, just a quick one for our brothers and sisters.
Thank you so much. In Doctor's presentation, especially the first part, there were a lot of abbreviations. Some of us, it's the first time we are hearing them. So I would be grateful if you could elaborate on them and tell us what each of them means and what they do. Thank you so much.
Farming inputs for the farmers to even do more of it. So as I mentioned, the river, the communities that are by the river areas, if assistance could come in and maybe get the farmers in groups and then they support them with these implements that are needed to expand the farming of the tomatoes and other things that we consume. I think that would have also helped us so much. So that's my suggestion that I want to bring on board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last part of his presentation, and he spoke about the elephants visiting places, and we can try to make good use of them and get some money. But these animals, when they appear, we even fear to go close to them. And how are we going to get them so that they can fetch some money for us? So maybe if there will be some education in the areas that these animals are visiting and how they can make it a tourist area, and they come to see and donate or give money, I think we'll need education on that. Also, the other side is the West Mamprusi District. The area, the villages, most of the communities are very close to the river. And now that we are hearing that Burkina Faso, they will not be sending us tomatoes, I think if Doc and our assemblies will go to these communities and educate them very well, and they expand, maybe if they were doing it in small quantities, they should not make it in large quantities, so that we will have enough and can also depend on. Other than that, they will be depending only on the beans and watermelon, which we really need to look at that. So we need some education in those areas, these rivers that are very close, or these communities that are very close to these rivers, so that they will be able to do something to help us.
Thank you very much. We will need 3 more, so that we'll run it up to 5 for them to respond.
Thank you, MC. My borders on this conflict. Of late, I think before the rainy season started, there was a conflict near Bunkpurugu in a community. Yes. I'm told that efforts have been made for them to go back. But you see, their buildings, their accommodation are not there. Just 3 days ago, someone called me because I'm also working in the NGO sector to find out what can be done. So from these presentations, this project is around the place. Currently, they are trying to reintegrate the people who ran away to come back and take advantage of the season, because the handhouse will not even work. If people are given food, we farm ourselves and we are not able to go around feed throughout the year. So even handhouse cannot do anything. So I want to find out, what is this project doing in that particular instance? Because these people who called me wanted support. How do we get the people back so that they take advantage of the season, farm and feed themselves?
Thank you very much. Any 2 more questions or clarification? It's going. Any 2 more? All right. It's gone. Okay. There's a hand up.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to ask Doc, how does the program ensure that the most marginalized women and the youths, such as the person with disabilities or out of school youth, are included in benefits with you?
No.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
So, thank you very much. That was a very powerful presentation by an authority. We are very grateful. Just that I want to see, one of the objectives is to ensure that we tackle the root causes of conflict. And we'll be doing this project, but I think that there are some root causes of the conflict that we are still battling with. Because we realize that the chieftaincy conflicts in the area is around a lack of chieftaincy succession plan. There is no ethnic group that has a well-structured succession plan. And so when a chief dies, everybody is qualified. Wherever you are coming from, whether you are qualified or not, once you have money to pay, you are qualified. And so the chiefs who and skill look at who can give them well, who can pay them well, and then they skill them, and this is bringing conflict. We also realize that there are multiple chiefs in one community. If you look at Chereponi district, we have a number of communities, not less than 5 communities, have 2 chiefs each. And these communities all have conflict because of the parallel chiefs in those communities. And all this is because of the structural cause that there is no there is no chieftaincy succession plan. There is nothing that is written and accepted by the community. So I think that is something we need to work around. But I'm not sure this project has yet addressed that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. So,
infrastructure, but definitely as we dialogue and engage with other partners, because we are in this space with our partners such as the EU, supporting Protector, among others, doing all the work also in this space. So there are a lot of actors in this space addressing all these issues, including the succession issues. We are currently in the process of designing something around succession for I think the eastern part of Northern Ghana. So definitely some of these issues will also be addressed. I think that I mentioned clearly that at the heart of this project is the focus on women and youth. I will be very deliberate about centering the theme of women and youth. And indeed, when I look at the numbers here, the numbers of women here tell the fact that we are placing women at the center. And through all the engagement, the trainings, the dialogue sessions, they're all about women and young people. For us, we see that your meaningful participation in local governance is important. We've seen the numbers come out of the local government elections. Definitely, less and less women are participating. So we are doing these interventions to bring up the numbers. And we're doing also a mentorship session for young women, so that they will be mentored to understand the assembly processes, and then gradually they'll put themselves up for positions. That is what we are doing also as part of this project. And our colleagues at the UNFPA are addressing the social norms. And for us, the limited participation of women and youth is largely driven by social norms. If we get the norms addressed, women and youth will also be accepted into the space, and then they can work. So we are addressing the issue for multiple angles. Finally, the issue about the elephants. Your economic opportunities are many. In fact, I'm not sure there are many places in this world that they can be there and elephants to visit them. In fact, in some places, they will wish, but they will never get. So, for me, even being able to support the investment capacity in it is your first step. The fact that you can trace that they come every time, and the animals with the best memory on this planet, the elephants, they will keep coming to the same spot. So, there are lots that we can do around the investor maps, looking at the ecosystem. Why do people go all the way to Bali? People ask, how many times people go to Bali? Maybe you can, somebody in the district assembly, the economic division or something, try to do a simple visit to Bali. Get their books, Forestry Commission and Bali Game Bank. Ask them, what do they pay? Ask the Tamale Airport, where a lot of visitors go when they come here. I'm not sure money is providing something better than what you can present with your large elephants. In fact, they have only 2 or 3 elephants there. And you have the whole group. So it's about looking at the financials. And you can always start small. Very small. Don't get them to come every year. Tell them that every maybe August or November, they will come. People also come and lay in waiting to see them. I don't know them. It's a strategy. So we need to think through the investment opportunity and work around it. Importantly is the issue of the tomatoes and the client called that Burkina is going to be presenting less options for tomato production. And I dare say, I will say, and I've asked myself many questions, but we have one of the best vegetations in Ghana. Burkina's vegetation is nowhere near Ghana's vegetation. So if we sit in Ghana and somebody with poor vegetation tells us that he's closing his door, and we say we have to worry that the one with the poorer vegetation is closing his door, I My friend, you have more options than they do. What we are seeing is that we have more, and because we have more, we are not so worried. They have little, and they are investing in the little, so that they are able to send you some. All the rivers around you are irrigatable lands. The river, from the black water, the white water to the red water, even the OT, every one of them, you know where they end up? They go on a very long chain. Sometimes cross the Bupe Yabe down the road through Yeji, and they all appear in Akosombo. And when they appear in Akosombo, they continue through Sogakope and Nana and into the sea. And then, so when they go into the sea, there's a place in Accra, they say they have water problem. So now we have got technology that now will change the seawater into clean water and give it back to them. My friends, we have to wear our heads. The solution is with us. The opportunities are there. The water that passes here, in fact, one of the biggest export companies. We have Golden Exotic. They produce pineapples and banana. We have Volta River Estate. They produce bananas. In fact, there are so many of them. They are Nakosombo Lane. They produce a lot of things for export. All they are using is the water from here. They don't create any water down there. If the water leaves here, it goes to them. If you tap it here, you can use. If you allow it to go there, somebody will use. So you have to decide. Are you letting the water go? Or you also do something with it? The opportunity lies with you. Thank you.
Okay,